laying in bed, wondering if she'd changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. Never did like Mama's homemade dress, Papa's banquet wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading out for the East Coast. Lord knows I paid some dues, getting through, tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could and abandoned it out west. Stood up on the docks that night, both agreeing it was for the best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet up again someday on the avenue, tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great North Woods, working as a cook for a spell. Never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where I was lucky enough to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside of Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I met a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place when I stopped in for a beer. Just kept looking at the side of her face and the spotlight oh so clear. Later on, as the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there in the back of my chair saying, tell me, don't I know your name? I muttered something under my breath and I studied the lines in my face. I must admit I was a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe, tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said, you look like the silent type. She opened up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. Every one of those words rang true and glowed like a burning coal, flowing off of every page like it was written in my soul. From me to you, tangled up in blue. I lifted him on Montague Street in a basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. Then he started dealing in slaves and something inside of him died. She had to sell everything she owned and just froze up inside. Then at last when the bottom fell out and I became withdrawn, the only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew, tangled up in blue. Now I'm going back again, I've got to get to her somehow. All the people we used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, Some are carpenters' wives, don't know how it all got started, don't know what they're doing now. But me, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. We always did feel the same, but we just saw it from a different point of view. Tangled up in blue.